My name is Phil Heaton, and we're here in Budgewoi in an ephemeral rainforest. The reason that we're here today is that the CMA have supported us in weeding and rehabilitating this particular project of 1.1 hectares, and it's an actual extension to Budgewoi Holiday Park. And the Wyong Council care and control of that particular park, and we have partnered the Holiday Parks Wyong Council with the project, and it also encompasses our compound area in which we have our propagation facility. The Budgewoi Beach Dunecare group itself are people that are driven by passion. The group size varies from about 7 to 14. We meet every Tuesday morning at around 8 o'clock, and the covering of this crew, equaling that of 2 bush regen teams of the area, is in my mind just very, very special. This region is very, very significant to us. It has firstly the quinquenervia, or the Melaleuca quinquenervia forest, which is the broadleaf paperbark forest, and we've been able to over the years achieve trees of cultural significance for this particular forest, and this is one of those freestanding forests that hasn't been mined or impacted over time in the past, and it's a very, very precious remnant and becoming rarer as time goes on. So it's incredibly significant that we have the opportunity to be able to restore this in the way we have. The scope of this particular project was to weed out Wan's weeds, which is weeds of national significance, like the bitou bush. We had blackberry, we had the lantana, we had cassia, we had quite a number of infestations of weeds. That was our first and major component. And then once we were able to weed that particular area, we then had a planting program whereby we propagate our own plants, and we introduced 550 of those locally indigenous plants into this particular zone here. Some of the challenges of the site and the way in which we approached those challenges were the volume of weed that needed to be removed, and keeping a monitoring eye on that volume of weed removal. The way we did that was by forming 20 by 20 metre quadrats and putting star pickets in locating the areas to make sure that we were able to get some sort of volume or idea of the actual meterage that we were covering. We also had the lantana infestation was quite large, so once again we had to ensure that we understood exactly the volume of area and made sure that we had 100% removal. So that challenge was overcome by the traditional method of racking the lantana and placing it off the ground. The reason that I'm as passionate as I am about the environment comes right back to my childhood. My father bought the timber for the house, our weekender in Budgewoi, the day I was born, and so every holiday all my young life was spent in Budgewoi in this area. So I remember, being the age I am, I remember the years when this was a very, very natural place. And then of course the era of mining, rutile mining of our coastline, sand extraction of our area, and many, many other detrimental things to our environment were occurring. And I think that build-up of those things happening and seeing those changes really put a fire in my belly to say that I wanted to see, and I wanted future generations to see, the places I saw it as a young person, and I'm sure that's the catalyst for why I'm as passionate as I am now. It's our goal to ensure that the land doesn't get impacted in any way and is set aside as environmental conservation into the future